What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. You know what? You're weird. You, you right there. You're weird. Yeah, you're weird. You know why? Because you're different. You don't want to go the traditional route. And you know what that does to people who want to go the traditional route? They're going to look at you like you're a weirdo. What I'm here to tell you today is embrace people thinking that you're weird. Welcome to the channel, everybody. If you haven't been following me, you know that I come on here and I talk about some of the things that I'm doing with my investing. And I also talk about some of the things that I'm doing to get myself to the point where I can continue to invest. If you like this type of content, I will ask you to subscribe, like, and turn on those notifications so you can always get the latest and greatest of what I'm putting out. Back to the video. So, yeah, you're weird. So, what does that mean? Is that okay to be weird? I'll tell you this. I'll tell you my weird experience with, people that are around me. When you have a different type of intensity when it comes to getting things done, people are going to look at you as weird. You will start to question yourself. Is something wrong with you because you think differently, because you have such of a laser focus on getting things done, and moving in a certain direction, and you will start to notice more and more that other people don't move in that direction, right? And what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to embrace who you are. Earlier today I was watching some videos with Kevin Samuels, and he was talking about the 1% of earners are people who earn like over $500,000 a year. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, dang, I'm actually in that category. Now, I'm not on here to brag about how much money I'm making in my income, but what you got to realize, and what I have realized, is if you are in that category, you have to be different than everybody else, right? Because if it was that easy, then everybody would be doing it. So I've had to embrace that I am different, and it's not a bad thing. So what it is you're just gonna have to realize that you're just like more of the 1% than the 99%. And unfortunately for you, the people who aspire to be a part of that 1% is way more of the 99s than the ones. So the people that you talk to on a normal basis most likely are a part of the 99%. So they may think differently from you. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that you may not have a lot of things in common with them because their mindset is different from you, because they're not trying to achieve the things that you're trying to do. So specifically for me, some of the things I want to accomplish don't align with what, I don't want to say normal, but I would say traditional is probably a better word. A traditional person wants to accomplish. For me, I would like to have investment properties in multiple countries, right? My goal is to have one in Mexico, probably Panama City, and maybe one other place, maybe in Asia, Southeast Asia, or somewhere like that. Maybe the Philippines, um, possibly, right? I'm still kind of going through that, right? Maybe somewhere in Europe, somewhere could be. But I'm looking at options. And a lot of people don't think that way. They don't want to have properties in different places. They're just more, they want to be here in the States and they just want to have a happy life here. But for me, that doesn't seem like a fulfilling life. I want to have a life. I want to live a life that's filled with experiences. And for me, experiences is going to other places, experiencing different cultures, meeting new people, and coming across people who have a totally different way of life from me. For me, that's interesting. For other people, that's something that would probably make them uncomfortable. So that could make me weird in a sense, right? And those are some of the things that I aspire to do with my life. So, what I'm here to just tell you guys today is if you aspire to do things that are different from the traditional sense, don't make don't let that make you feel different in a bad way, right? Make it let you feel different in a good way because it's okay to be different and it's okay to aspire. When I have these conversations with people that are close to me, that are my loved ones and things like that, I can kind of see the look in their face when they really don't connect with what I'm putting out there, right? I'm saying that I want to go to a place like Mexico. They're like, "Why do you want to go to Mexico? Like, what is intriguing about Mexico? What is wrong with being here?" And they just don't connect with me in that sense, and that's okay because most people that we come across are gonna be more traditional, and that's why as you go on this journey and as we all go on our own individual journeys, if you're going on a journey to financial freedom, you have to try to find and connect with people who are like minded. And there's different ways to do that. There's a lot of different communities out here on YouTube. There's a lot of communities on Facebook where you could connect with people that are like minded, that are moving in the direction that you are moving in. Don't keep yourself in a space where people don't really understand your vision, don't really understand what you're aspiring to, and and don't really aren't going to motivate you to continue and moving in that direction. It is always good to have a sense of community where you could talk to like-minded people and get encouragement from people who have similar goals as you, that could give you ideas and maybe give you some feedback on what you could do and what you can't do and what you should do or what you shouldn't do. So that's what I really want to talk about today is if you feel weird, it's okay. It's okay to feel weird. It's okay to be different. It's okay to want to have something that's different from the norm. Don't take it as a bad thing. Just keep running those plays. Most people are conditioned to follow a normal path. Go to school, get a job, work until you retire. And that's fine for them. But for me, that's not the life that I want. When I tell people I invest in short term rentals, that I live mortgage free because I Airbnb the other side of my duplex, or that I'm building a YouTube channel about wealth, some people just don't get it. And that's okay. But I'm not living for their approval. There's a cost to being different. And I've learned this. You might lose friends. You might have a divide with your family. You might even feel a little alone sometimes. And yeah, it might feel easier to just bend and just do what everybody else is doing. But you know what's harder? Looking back in 10 years or even 20 or even 5 and realize you wasted time trying to fit in instead of chasing the reality of the life that you actually wanted. That's what keeps me up at night. I don't want to think I wasted my time. So I've learned to embrace it. If chasing financial freedom makes me weird, then I'll be weird. If choosing growth over comfort makes me different, then I don't want to be normal. And if you're watching this and you feel like people just don't understand your goals, keep going. Because one day, those same people who doubted you will be asking you how you did it. Just keep running those plays.